Alright, Shalom. I want to start by saying, Brakti Hawa, Brakti Avashai, Brakti Hawa, Brakti Avashai, Brakti Hawa, Brakti Avashai, Kahalam Yahweh, Bashem Yahshai, Bashem Kakodash, double honor to the apostles and the elders, Grand Millstone, and also Shalom to you, sincere brothers out there pushing truth in the name of Yahweh, Bashem Yahshai, alright, Bashem Kakodash, and also to you sisters also that listen to this truth. I say Shalom to you all. Okay, and this lesson right here is going into the divided kingdom of Esau that we're living in right now. All right, as we know, okay, ever since this pandemic, came to play, this devil has been divided, himself or himself, shall I say? All right, you had the people who came out exposing him, saying that this whole thing, it was a setup, it was planned, it wasn't it wasn't a natural, it wasn't, a natural cause. Okay, this was done in the lab, and that was his own people. Okay, his own kind. All right, so that went on and on. We started going to scriptures and started going into, how, this damn devil kingdom was really divided, showing, couple symptoms, before, before you get sick, right? You receive symptoms where for this devil, yeah, we're showing symptoms of him. Okay, before the big divisions happen, symptoms after symptoms. Okay, you know, and then from there, here we are right now, man. 2020, 2020 and 20, right? 2020, 21, stock here. I still think we're in 2020, fucking 20, man. But this is 2021. Okay, it's about to end, right? And right now, man, um, every country where Issa's ruling, okay, there's division going on in his, among themselves, man. All right, and that's a big symptoms to let you know that his kingdom is over and over. Let's say example, like I'm using the word symptoms. Before, like, let's say if you had cancer, there's few symptoms you get. You know, but it could be off. It could be it could be something else. But the symptoms you can read about, if you got some type of sickness, you see all the symptoms. And if you um have, if you if you happen to have those symptoms all lined up, then you got that type of disease, right? Where with Esau, from the time we started, going to the book of Matthew chapter 12 verse 26, on how he was divided and going, apostles, especially Apostle how went to the book of Daniel chapter 2, or no, the whole the 10 toes, okay, the Brexit. There was another French, what was it, French exit as well. There was I don't know if French exit happened, but that was another talk of, okay. I don't know if it legit happened, or it was a talk of it. But that was like EU being divided. So that was what division symptoms, okay, of this devil being divided. And right now, you know, going back to that time and to where we are right now, the symptoms being lining up, okay. And now it's becoming, all right, it's becoming to citizens within their own countries going against the government, okay, because these draconians legislations they're bringing in, all right, people that work in government are quitting their jobs because what is doing is bullshit. All right, it's bullshit. They don't want to. It's crazy. They don't want to believe that, man. All right, okay. You got people in army quitting over there in Babylon. They don't want to deal with that. Police officers quitting. That's division right there, man. Because at one time these people used to be about. They used to be about the government, the government. But now they're seeing how the government, the system they trusted in, is full of shit. Now they've been divided. Okay, they don't want to be on that. What do you think that's gonna lead to, man? That is gonna lead to a civil wars, man. Okay, civil war. All right, that's what's gonna lead to, man. Okay, and that's the time we're in right now. Over here in Australia, similar thing, man. You got people here who's about their government, and you got the people on the other side who's not about the government. Okay, they have there's videos out there. All right, they can see it. They can see the videos, and they see how this devil is. I mean, they see how their own kind is like, and they can't fuck with it. They are dividing themselves. They're walking away, fleeing away, man. Let's get this right here. These other nations also fleeing away from Esau. Okay, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 64. All right, let's get to the point real quick. Psalms chapter 64 and verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's what we're seeing right now. All that see these devils playing, okay, his evil plans, all right, this system that he's trying to bring in, they're all fleeing away and they're coming in and do what? Exposing him, talking about him, all right, and now the regular the regular Edomites can't take no more. They're standing up, all right, and these regular Edomites you're seeing walking away, this is what they're gonna do, all right. It's the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword and the destruction drove nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And Esau has done through this whole Jew style people and non-Jew style people. He's doing it, and he's doing like really, crafty. It's crafty. You can't really see it, all right, unless you're paying attention to what's going on worldwide, man. Then you can see the division that Esau is setting up. Okay, and we the watchmen, so we see these things and we reporting it. People might see I said we crazy for speaking on such thing, but we can tell you what's happening, man. Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day or night. Yet it's like you that make mention of Yahweh Hashem Yashar keep no silence. And the watchman is who? That's the brothers you see on Howard and Bowers doing videos, okay, prophesying of this Esau's kingdom, of Esau's kingdom. Okay, those are the watchmen. Alright? Okay. They all not, man. Brothers, I wanna do my live video over here on street ministry. So it'll be afternoon over here, but somewhere else it'd be like 12 at night. Okay, 11, 10. Different times, man. When the brothers over there in Babylon make their videos, it be night time over here or early morning over here. You see? Okay, in verse 7, and give him no rest till he establish and until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Okay, and that's what we doing, man. And eventually, man, hey, all Israelite who are part of the elect, they're gonna be praised in the earth, and then eventually the whole Israel, man, is gonna be praised in the earth. And right now, but the elect are the ones who's gonna receive that type of fame, you know, so to speak. But they're the ones who are gonna receive that fame. Okay, because let's get this precept in the book of Zephaniah, right? This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that hurteth, and gather her that was driven out. That's Israelite. Okay, divide. It's like it being driven, who got afflicted. Okay, all right. Save her that was hurted, as Israelite, and gather her that was driven out, scattered. Okay, for as sin and going off, Yahweh scattered us among these nations, all right? Then it says, and I'll gather them, and I'll get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. All right, man. the elect, the elect, man, they're gonna be that light shining bright, okay, among these heathens, even among our people, the wicked of our people, man. Okay, but guess what? That fame is gonna be brought out onto us. Okay, it's gonna be put onto us by Yahweh Hashem Yasha, and all the nations are gonna see it. All right, they're gonna see it. Go. Let me read this in here in NLT real quick, man. It says, "And I will deal severely with all who have oppress you, which Esau, these other nations, okay? I'll serve the weak and helpless ones." Right, man. The elect right there, man. Because elect right now, when you look the brothers, starting with the apostles, going down to young brothers like ourselves, we are what? Weak and helpless. Okay? Remember the scripture says, man, what is it? In the book of Matthew, the kingdom is going to be for the poor, and those who are in poor in spirit, the ones who's mourning, the ones who's going through mourning, the ones who's going through sickness and all that, or the ones who was lost, okay? That's us, all right? And I'll bring together those who were chased away, those who were scattered. I myself, I was scattered, and Lord willing, I be part of the elect, should I say, okay? You got Israelites who are scattered around the four corners, all right? Scatter Focus, those were the ones who were chased away, and I'll give glory and fame to my former exiles. See, whatever they have been mocked and shamed. Hey, literally, we're going through shame right now, man. Your own family, your own household, looking at you down, up and down, going through what you're going through, tribulations and all that. Going through this little the golden trial period. People look at you, man, and say you ain't shit. But it's all right. But let's keep going though, and come out of the point. Going to the book of Jeremiah, right? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 10. See, I have these days set thee over the nations and of the kingdoms to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to overthrow, to build and to plant. And this is what we're doing among these nations where we are scattered, to root out, to pull down. How we putting down? Using the words of Yahweh Hashem Yashar, preaching it, okay? Bringing to existence, telling what's going to happen to these nations. And guess what? As we do that, these nations are going downhill. And that's why you see Esau being completely divided among themselves, okay? To root out and to pull down, okay? And to destroy. Eventually, what the words we're preaching is destroying them and to throw down, okay? And now we're building our nation. The house of King David is being built, and we want to plant, we're going to plant our man, all right? It's going to be planted through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, all right? Yeah, man. That's what's happening right now. And that's why you see this devil's kingdom being completely divided over with, man. Okay, so going back to it. So Esau's kingdom is down, man. The divisions is happening, and it's happening on a high scale, man, over here in Australia. Okay, but now, man, eventually there's gonna be a big division over here. The same thing you see down, it's gonna happen in Babylon. It's gonna be over here in Australia, and I think it might happen here first because you got the unjust people going against the just ones, and you got the just people coming against unjust people, and now you're gonna have companies firing people who are unjust, and from there it's gonna cause a big divisions, and then these big companies, like I did that video today, what they're saying they're gonna put power. They're gonna give the power to the government to take care of whatever is happening right now. And that right there is gonna cause a big division, man. And that's what's gonna cause big chaos. All right. It's like it, man. I got some allergies, man. Being around Jewish people. Nah, I'm joking. It could be, but you never know. You know. Go back to the book of Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 16 now. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings, nor princes, and the cost of their action. No, the cost of their action shall stand in their power. And that's what's gonna happen in those days, man. Once this shit gets on a high level of division, and guess what? It's gonna be what? It's gonna be that right there. People gonna go. It's gonna be this sedition among men, one invading another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the cost of their action the cost of their action shall stand in their power. Why is that? Because these people, they're gonna be going against the rule of this earth. All right. That's why it's gonna happen. And what's causing that is this division that we're seeing happening, man. Because Esau is bringing some crazy draconian legislations, and these regular Edomites, they can't stand it because they're stuck in our freedom, my rights, that. All right, no understanding this prophecy, man. Verse 17, a man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able, and even that right there, when people can't go places to places, it's gonna drive them crazy, man. And that's also part of division. Because you know why it's part of division also because the unjust people are not gonna have that freedom to go see their own family members, but the ones who are just, they're gonna have that freedom to travel, and then they're gonna be among that. It's gonna be what, it's gonna be hatred, man, between them. People ain't gonna be, they're not gonna be equally yoked, man. In those days, should I, not equally yoked, but they're not gonna be looking face to face no more. Friends know that. No, man, that shit's gonna be, it ain't gonna be it. Okay, verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, right? In that time, man, you're living to a next neighbor who took the thing, they might come against you, or you might go against them because they got freedom and you don't. And they're over there, doing such thing that you can't do. They got food, you can't get food, you can't go to the store, you know? So it's going. These devils know what they're doing, man. And Yahweh Shemashah is one who's in the midst of him, causing this among them, man, to do what they gotta do. Okay? The spirit Yahweh Shemashah is gonna be upon these Edomites, man. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, right, man? Because, man, imagine living around a person who got the freedom to do whatever they gotta do. You or yourself, you ain't got no freedom. You can't get food. You can't go here. You can't go such a place. And you see these people rejoicing, and you over there catching hell, man. And that he talking shit. You starving and all that. What you gonna do in those times? You gonna go against him. That's what's gonna happen, man. These scriptures right here, man, they're gonna play a big part with this juice they're giving people, man. So Esau, man, your kingdom is over. Your people are rising. They're gonna raise up, even among your governments, man. They're gonna be ones who's gonna say no to. They're gonna say no to the new system. They're gonna completely say, fuck that. We're not going with it. Okay, as you see my photo, it's a one kingdom divided. After that, what happens? You can't stand. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the lesson with this right here. Matthew 12 verse 5, 50, it's like Matthew chapter 12 verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. You see, if Satan comes out saying he is divided against himself, how shall then his kingdom stand? It's impossible, man. It's nothing but chaos, you know, chaos or chaotic. You know, that's how you said it was. It's nothing but troubles, man, going among them, fighting one another, you know, and that's what the time we're living in right now. But see, it's gonna get to a high level, high level, man, and everybody's gonna finally see the things that we're speaking of is here, you know. We spoke of these things, but guess what? It's right here in your eyes right now. But see, the ones who got eyes to see, they're gonna see. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 13. It shall come to pass in our day, that a great atonement from the Yahweh Shemashah shall be among them, you see. And they shall lay hold everyone on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall raise up against the hand of his neighbor. You see? Let me read this in the NLT, man. On that day, they will be terrified, stricken by the Yahweh Shemashah with great panic. They will fight their neighbors hand to hand, man. Let me look at another translation. New, okay, CBS says, it says, on that day, a great panic from Yahweh Shemashah will be among them, so that each will seize the hand of another, and the hand of one will raise against the other. Yup, and that's what's gonna happen, man. Let me see if I get another preset. You know what? I see right there. So, there you have it, man. Esau is being divided. Division is happening on a high level right now. And eventually, soon enough, you're gonna see all these people you see go on uproars, protesting. It ain't gonna be a peaceful protest, a freedom protest. It's gonna be a fight because your government's talking about you have no choice, but you gotta take the juice. And this is not for fuck the freedom. Freedom is not important. What you gonna protest this time? You're gonna be out there fighting, man. Eventually they're gonna have to use the UN troops to stop this nonsense, and then martial law is gonna be declared because it's gonna get worse, man. It's gonna get worse, you know. So I just want to stop right there. And Lord willing, this lesson was edified to you brothers out there, man. And sisters also, just keep watching, paying attention to what's happening worldwide. But hey, Yahweh Shimon Shah is in the midst of all these things, and things are just getting worse and worse as the days goes, man. Okay, so a Tawada to Yahweh Bashim Yasha, Bashim Kakadash for giving the spirit to do this lesson right here. And again, the honor to the apostles and those great millstone. Hey, Shalom.